bad. What are the better aspects of British education from which we benefited? The Indian Constitution expects us to be to promote scientific temper. Can you mention which article says that we have to do it?
What is the Indian concept of secularism?
Yeah. What is string of pearls?
String
necklace of diamond.
Why protests are going on in Rajasthan? Since your home state is Rajasthan, that's why I'm asking. With respect to Aravalli Hills.
Was that why is Nagauri tea so popular in Mumbai? Do you know about it? It's also popular here in Delhi.
Good afternoon. Please take a seat. Okay, Mr. Mohammed IRFAN KAYAMKHANI,
Yes,
right? Should I call you Irfan? Will that do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Irfan, I can see that you are basically from Nagaur, Rajasthan.
Yes, sir.
I can also see that you did your graduation from University of Delhi and also post-graduation from University of Delhi in 24.
21, sir.
Post-graduation in 24, I think? 21, right. 21. And what are you doing since 21?
Sir, I am enrolled in PhD.
You're doing PhD?
Yes.
In University of Delhi?
No, sir. Sir, Jain Vyas University, Jodhpur.
You did your graduation from University of Delhi, post-graduation from University of Delhi, and then went to Jain Vyas University. Why?
Sir,
I'm sure you did your JRF? Yes,
Yes,
you did your JRF. You could have got admission in Delhi University JNU as well.
sir, it was during the COVID. I went to home,
Okay.
and sir, from then only I didn't get the chance to come back to Delhi for my PhD because of some familial issues.
Okay.
And at the time, form came for that university, and I applied there. I got.
What are you working on?
Sir, my topic for PhD is the development of modern education in Marwar.
Marwar region.
Yes.
Okay. So, sir, the history of education is in news nowadays for a variety of reasons, and the government is insisting that they will decolonize, in their words, demecolize Indian education. But there are people who worked in history of education who believe that all Macaulay did was not really bad. What are the better aspects of British education from which we benefited?
So there are a number of aspects which the British education system has benefited to Indians. So first one was the rationality and the objective learning which the British has come up with in India. And apart from that, sir, Western scientific temperament which the English education brought among the Indian masses. And apart from that, sir, in English education has also blurred, or not blurred, but thinned the caste and social hierarchical lines. The English education has also been used by certain classes for social mobilization, and so therefore, sir, few experts or the few historians called Macaulay as Mahatma Macaulay because of his contribution and the better aspects of British education that the Indians have benefited from. And apart from that, sir, the Indians got in touch with the liberal scientific education of the West and the rational thinking which gave rise to the
beautiful points. In fact, some of these actually feature in our Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution expects us to be to promote scientific temper. Can you mention which article says that we have to do it?
Sir, I can't recall that.
It's 51AH. It says that it will be duty of the state to promote the scientific temper. It was brought to the Constitution in 42nd Amendment, but was not removed in the 44th Amendment. Why do you believe that despite it is coming through the emergency, later part Indian Parliament did not roll back 51AH? And what is the significance in 51AH? And more importantly, tell me if 51AH is under threat nowadays.
Sir, by the 44th Amendment, a number of provisions were deleted that were initially made in the 42nd Amendment, but 51AH was not omitted mainly because of the logic and the rationale behind it. Scientific temperament has always been a need of a basic human need. Like to to make a human think rationally. So it was, scientific temperament was needed, and removing it would be absurdity, I guess. And sir,
Do you believe that this idea that scientific temper is so important to the society is under threat nowadays?
so I don't think that it is under threat. Scientific temper, with the coming of new technologies, scientific temperament is taking roots in Indian society. As far as it being under threat, I do not stand with it, sir.
Okay, thank you. So,
Okay, you are studying in J. Narayan Vyas University.
Yes, sir.
Who was J. Narayan Vyas?
So J. Narayan Vyas was a freedom fighter from Jodhpur. He was the founder of Jodhpur Prajamandal movement, and he was also the former chief minister of Rajasthan.
And you are forgetting one more thing. Was he member of Constituent Assembly?
No, I don't think so. Yes.
Okay, fine. Secularism, you were just talking about. What is the Indian concept of secularism
So Indian concept of
as per the constitution?
concept of secularism is not a complete complete separation of religion from state, but it is the model of equidistance from all the religion. The state is equally distant or equally closed to the religion.
So can the politics and religion go together in any political party? Can it be a religious party?
Sir, any political party can imbibe or can inspire from the religious ideas, but going completely on religion lines is, sir, against scientific temperament,
Against the constitution.
against the constitution also.
Okay. What is inclusive growth? Just give me one example.
Inclusive growth. So the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, which has led to the, I think, around 55 crore bank accounts of women, and the financial inclusion of women in the Indian economy is an example.
You are going to example, you didn't explain it.
Inclusive growth.
Yeah.
So inclusive growth is a growth model in which the fruits of the growth are distributed among all the sections of the society, and not only the one section is benefited from it.
Okay. Now we keep on hearing the term jihad. What is the real meaning of jihad?
So jihad, the literal meaning of jihad is holy war, and so it basically means to wage war against anything unethical, anything wrong, and most importantly, anything wrong the person has in himself.
Inside, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Starts from there. Okay. So now it's being misused also.
Yes, sir.
Huh? So what needs to be done to prevent its misuse?
So its misuse is on two parts. First, from the people who propagate jihad. So they have their own motives, political or other ulterior motives, and they use the name of religion to justify their actions. And on the other part, sir, it is being used by the opposite party to diminify certain sections of the society. And so what step, as far as the steps are to be concerned, sir, what in the present context, the word jihad is an Arabic word, and the main issue for this is, sir, the meaning of the word is not inculcated. Even in the, sir, when I went to a madrasa for my
Just tell me what needs as a matter of state, as a matter of policy, what it needs to.
So de-radicalization programs.
Very, very good. And my last question is, how should we deal with fake news?
So fake news has become a menace in the present era of, it has been exacerbated by the coming of AI and other technologies. The steps that needs to be taken to curb the fake news are, sir, we have the IT Act of 2000, and IT rules, which have provided a framework to curb on fake news. And apart from that, sir, the main issue with fake news is the virality culture propounded by the social media and the algorithmic biases. So therefore the action needs to be taken at two levels, I think, sir. First, at the base level, from where the fake news is being originating, and another level is among the masses. The masses needs to be sensitized, and there should be some sort of agency which can filter out the content before reaching the masses. Thank you.
Okay, Irfan.
Yes, sir.
To me, it is said by some countries that Iran is threat to the peace. Why?
Sir,
Or is it true?
so again, it is a geopolitical issue, and in geopolitics, I think, sir, there is no one is for peace and no one is for war. Everyone has their own agendas. Everyone has their own national interests. So as far as Iran is concerned, few countries like Israel and USA calls Iran as a threat of peace, mainly because of the excess of resistance and the proxies it has in Lebanon, in Yemen. And apart from that, sir, the USA is being continuously saying that Iran is coming out with nuclear technology and the nuclear warheads, basically. It may, sir, it may impact the balance of power in the region, and it may lead to balance of threats. I think that may be the reason for.
Okay. What is string of pearls
The
and
string of
necklace of diamond?
pearls is China's similar to, it's like making naval bases in the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean.
So where all have they made? Have they done something?
Yes, sir, in the Hambantota port in Sri Lanka,
And
and in Chittagong port, Bangladesh, and in Myanmar also there are some ports by China. And some necklace of diamond is India's counterpart to it.
so what have you done?
So we have come up with a naval base in Oman.
Hmm.
I cannot recall the name of the port. And apart from that, sir, we have our development plans in Maldives and our
So in Maldives with us?
sir, it is the internal political sphere of Maldives which swings, and there are times where Maldives is with India, or sometimes it is the entire rhetoric.
Although the US Pakistan, this you can like to go through subsequently. Why in US again every time after some gap patronizes Pakistan in spite of knowing that it is spreading terror and it is harboring number of terror camps?
So the main reason for USA harboring Pakistan is again geopolitical. It wants a base in the region to counter China or Indian interests, and to maintain its presence after its ouster from Afghanistan. It needs another space in the region to propagate itself. And sir, its harboring of China is also can be seen as pressing India to to get away from Russia.
Okay. China, Russia, Afghanistan, Iran, and many things. Okay, I'm done.
Irfan,
Yes, sir.
why protests are going on in Rajasthan? Since your home state is Rajasthan, that's why I'm asking. With respect to Aravalli Hills, why the protests are going on? Give me the brief details that have happened in recent times.
So Aravalli is not seen as a geographical phenomenon in the region. It's also part of Rajasthan's culture, and the threat to Aravalli is seen by people as a threat to their culture.
Why threat is being seen these days? What has happened?
So it was Supreme Court's acceptance of the 100-meter definition of the Aravalli, and there are
So what is that definition? Definition of Aravalli Hills as well as Aravalli Ranges. Can you mention?
Sir, I cannot recall the exact definition, but roughly I can try.
Please try.
So it was about the areas above 100 meters, 100 meter or above will be considered as Arauli hills.
What about Arauli ranges?
I'm not.
Okay. Please go on. So why protests are going on?
So protests are going on because of the ecological threat, and as I mentioned,
definition. So what is the current status? Is that definition still valid?
no sir. The Supreme Court has taken again the suo cognizance of the issue, and it had halted its earlier decision.
Okay, since we are talking about environment, let's take one more question from this segment only. What is difference between primary and secondary pollutants?
So primary pollutants are naturally found in the environment, whereas for example carbon dioxide, and secondary pollutants are not naturally found. They are formed by the primary pollutants. So for example, tropospheric ozone, which comes with the formaldehydes and other primary pollutants in the presence of sunlight and forms the
Good. Conference of Party number 30 of United Nations Framework Convention of Climate Change. Where was this held?
So it was held in Bali in Brazil.
Some important decisions, if any, taken at COP30, are you able to recall?
Sorry sir, I cannot.
No issues. You have mentioned that you come from minority community.
Yes sir.
Can you give me or can you explain who defines minorities in India?
So there is no definition of minorities. There is
So
no
who recognizes?
the parliament only. I think sir.
Parliament.
I'm not sure sir.
Okay, no problem. Acha, another question. Minorities, basis for minorities, pan India or state basis?
So presently India follows the pan India model. So there is no state. I don't think so, because there have been demands for declaring in
So
Jammu
we
and
will
Kashmir.
also look into this. There are two ways. In certain cases, state-based definition is also there, especially for the constitutional provisions.
Okay, sir.
Article 29 and 30. And for government welfare schemes, it is pan-India. And Ministry of Minority Affairs defines or recognizes. So what's happening in Myanmar?
So Myanmar, recently elections has been held in Myanmar under the junta regime.
Military junta is
Junta office.
right. Okay. So why these elections are important? Why we are having an eye on this?
So it is an important part because of our stakes in the region. India being the stabilizer in the region, India wants a stable neighborhood, and it wants a smooth transition towards democracy.
You love watching cricket, and some recent developments have happened between India and Bangladesh regarding cricket as well. Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir.
What it is?
Sir, earlier the Kolkata Knight Riders, the IPL team was asked to sack Mustafizur Rahman, the Bangladeshi cricketer, from its team, and after the ouster of the player, the Bangladesh has banned the broadcasting of IPL in the country, and apart from that, it has also requested ICC to shift its on the forthcoming.
Are you aware what decision has been taken by ICC?
Yes, ICC has declined the request.
Okay, thank you, Irfan.
Irfan, you are from Nagaur.
Yes, sir.
One thing which always used to amaze me was that why is Nagauri tea so popular in Mumbai? Do you know about it? It's also popular here in Delhi.
Yes, sir. So the main reason is Nagauri tea is nothing to do with Nagaur as such, only but the people who have come up with this idea of the Nagauri tea stall are from a village named Basni in Nagaur.
And is there anything special about that, the way they prepare?
So I'm not aware of the recipe.
You are not aware. Acha, tell me one more thing. Nagaur is also famous for the Sufi culture.
Yes, sir.
In your opinion, what do you think? Is Sufi culture, Sufism, is it increasing or decreasing? Is it becoming more popular, less popular?
So in my opinion, Sufi culture is diminishing, mainly because of the rise of, I would call, the movements which has taken place within Islam, like the Tablighi movement and Wahhabi movement. So these movements have created a rift against Sufism, and they don't see Sufism as a part of original Islam. And so therefore the newer generation which are coming, they are moving more towards the original Islam. So at that part, sir, I see there is a shift from Sufism to Wahhabism and the Tablighi sections.
One more thing is that if we are saying it is diminishing, it's decreasing, but then we see that so many Bollywood songs are based on Sufi culture.
Yes, sir.
So in that aspect, it is becoming more popular.
So the Sufi Bollywood songs are more seen as an part of entertainment rather than going towards the Sufi philosophy. I think it's as a part of entertainment only.
So you say that that is not popularizing Sufi culture, because that was my original question. Is it becoming popular or less popular?
So it does attract a crowd towards the Sufi shrines. There have been examples, like my own friends have asked me so many times to take them to Nizamuddin's Dargah for Qawwali. So they see merely it as a fascination rather than attracting, like honestly attracting towards the Sufi ideas.
Okay. Now you are from while you are answering one question, you talked about Marwar.
Yes,
What's the difference between Mewar and Marwar?
So these are two separate geographical regions in Rajasthan, separated by a Bhorat plateau. The Mewar region consists of Udaipur, Chittorgarh, Bhilwara and Pratapgarh Banswara region, and the Marwar region is mainly around Jodhpur, Jaisalmer, Badmer, Nagaur and Jalore, Siroi, these regions.
Thank you, Irfan.
Okay, Irfan, before we let you go, you mentioned that you're coming from a relatively humble background. Your father is a mason.
Yes.
You must have observed him working.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what are the different ways a brick can be laid during the masonry? You know my point?
Yes, I did get your point, but
In a normal wall, which is a brick is laid in a particular order. Have you ever noticed how your father worked?
I did notice him work, but I have never thought of this. Like I have never observed this minute thing, that how the brick is being laid.
Okay, let's leave the brick thing. You must have seen the components of mortar while he's working. Ever worked with him?
I have gone with him a couple of times.
So, what are the ingredients that go into a normal mortar that goes with the brick lading thing?
The cement.
Oh, yes, one is cement.
Sand.
Okay, in your area it is sand.
Water.
Just three, or
And,
there are other things?
these adhesives are also increasing. In recent times, the use of adhesives is also being.
Okay. Fine, Mohammed Irfan. It was nice talking to you. Your interview is over. So we can probably discuss about the feedback thing. You are happy with your performance today?
I was a bit nervous and
You're a
not
bit
confident.
nervous. And in terms of communication, what do you see? What are the areas you still need to improve?
Articulation.
I mean, articulation is too big a area. I mean, in specific area.
So मैं बीच में बात करते हुए अटक जा रहा था. The selection of words.
Okay.
और जो बीच में अटक जा रहा था, वो flow maintain नहीं हो रहा था.
Okay. And in terms of content, you are happy?
No sir, not.
Okay.
The
When is your interview?
17th of Feb.
17. You have plenty of time still left, right? See, you're an interesting candidate. You're coming from a real humble background, and so the struggle is reflected. Also, you've studied from nice institutions. That is also in your favor, and in general, your personality is also pleasant. That is also good. In general, your verbal communication is good. You've apart from a few places where you seems to be struggling for words, at other places it appears that for a person from this background, this fluency in English is good enough. So don't worry about it. Coming to more specific things, in general your walk-in is good, your sitting posture is fine, voice level is good, you're clearly audible, the speed is good, there's no problem. Coming to the hand movement, there isn't much hand movement, which is a nice thing. Also eye contact is good. Flow is more or less good. At a few places it appears it can be a little better, but at other places it's a place where it's okay. In the content front also, you have prepared the textbook things well, right? But when it comes to the UPSC interviews, it's not just about the textbook mains preparation. It's also about your personality, how you carry that. And whenever you have opportunity to impress, I think you should take these opportunities rather than letting these pass. Also, you're coming from minority community, and people coming from minority community have added a responsibility kind of a thing. It is unfair, but it is there. There will be certain questions which will be based on the identity thing, right? It's good and it's bad. Good in the sense that you know that certain section, you already know that there's a possibility that 10 minutes of your interview will go on the minority thing, so you can prepare well in advance. Bad because it is unfair, right? But then it is the way it is. So I'll advise you to be very thorough on the issues of community, right? Everything inside out, and make sure that you need to be very clear that what image of yours you want to project, right? In general, we say educated, progressive Muslim image is the best, right? So whenever when you were discussing Jihad here, I could see that you're walking a very tight rope, right?
Yeah.
Be very sure that what you want to say, right? You should be certain that you want to say it. It shouldn't appear that to a layman or somebody else that as if you're defending something. It shouldn't appear that way. But at the same time, yes, you have every right to put forward the community's view that is you're part of. There's no problem with that. Now, similarly, when you were discussing Sufi, there also you had this opportunity to put forward your views, and you just let the opportunity pass, right? Sufism is not just about, Sufism is in a sense very Indian tradition, right? It's a contribution of India to a large extent to the rest of the world and to the Islam that way. So I mean that aspect would have been better. I mean the Indianness of this idea is something that you can play, but you need not unnecessarily be saying that. And this idea that it is becoming popular, but the philosophy is not going, I mean, it's a dichotomy. It never happened. Initially, people will be attracted towards the popular aspect of it. Only later they will get into the philosophy. It's true for anything. So saying that it is nothing, I don't agree with this, is probably something we should rethink over, right? Other things, in general, I like the whole conversation. I'm sure you'll be doing really good. You still have a lot of time. So you have to work primarily on the content and a little bit on the attitude. I mean, the kind of projection you want for yourself. I understand that it is not fair, but then it is the way it is. So make best use of it. It is also an added advantage in the sense that you know that these are the areas, if you prepare well, then maybe 20% of your interview is ready, which is a fair amount of share in the interview, right? Anything you want to ask?
Sir, I want to ask that question only. How to handle such questions?
See, you were losing confidence when you were answering these questions. It was not required. See, as sir told you, it is an expected question. So you prepare a reply, and without losing confidence, you say whatever you have to say. Your views are very balanced, rightly so. That some people are misusing it, at the same time on the other side of people are. That was perfectly all right. You didn't mention anyone, and you conveyed the message. You could have conveyed this thing without feeling disturbed. You were looking disturbed that time. Probably you were, I got first impression that why this question is being asked. I got this impression. But these questions, secularism, jihad, and these can be
take it in a sporting way, because there is no point being perturbed by it. Second, I mean, it's true that, for example, the girls are usually asked questions on gender, right? Almost on the same line, people from minority do face these questions. It's not personally only one. And second, even if it is, I mean, there can be a board member there who think in a particular direction. You can't help it, right? So no point being perturbed by it, right? You should not visibly look as if you are being targeted on this. This is so important to understand that you are not being targeted, and second, in that circumstances, it's better not to believe that you are being targeted, right? Anything?
Sir, one thing I wanted to ask about this mustache thing. I have not put the photo in clean shave.
No problem.
Okay. In general, it's not gonna matter. बाकी लग तो आप ठीक रहे हैं, ऐसी कोई दिक्कत तो है नहीं। ठीक है।
मतलब there are some suggestions कि इतने
मुझे भी कई लोगों ने कहा कि जो फोटो जा रही है जितना उससे ज्यादा आइडेंटिकल होगी उतना अच्छा है, अदरवाइज कुछ सवाल उसी पे आ जाएंगे। आपकी आइडेंटिटी तो यू हैव सेवरल वेज ऑफ प्रूविंग कि आप ही वही व्यक्ति है, तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। पर जस्ट हो सकता है अगर क्वेश्चन ज्यादा बढ़ जाए कि पहले नहीं थी अब क्यों कर दी, तो सोच के जाइएगा। कोई राजस्थान वालों को मूछ प्रोटेक्ट करना कोई मुश्किल नहीं। राजस्थान में तो कोई भी मूछ मतलब बल्कि कई बार तो मूछ के भरोसे जिंदगी जीत काट लेते हैं। ठीक है, चलिए ऑल द बेस्ट। वहाँ पे मूछों का कंपटीशन भी होता है।
हाँ जी सर, बीकानेर थिंग।
इनफैक्ट मैंने
मीराबाई के बारे में सब पता ही होगा।
वो सब देखते हैं।
Mirabai is from my hometown only, Medda.
चलिए ऑल द बेस्ट।
Thank you sir.